Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan from Myford University. This is going to be a series of videos I'm going to do talking about YouTubers and influencers that I like. And in this particular case, I'm going to be talking about regular people economics. This playlist that I'm going to curate with these videos will effectively give you, a real world, regular person in the street, so to speak, economics perspective. Granted, you can go and get knowledge and information from elites, quote unquote, many of them self-described, but I prefer looking at things from a number of different perspectives and doing sort of a 360 view in terms of getting my ideas and information. This is not necessarily for confirmation bias, but it helps to get varied perspectives. And I try to even think of them geographically to get an idea that not just what's in my local echo chamber, if you will. So I hope you enjoy these videos, and we're going to do a series of them, and then again there'll be a curated playlist with samples of some of the videos that I watch on YouTube from these creators. With that, we'll get to it. Okay, welcome back. We're going to be doing another one where we're talking about regular people economics. This individual is going to be in my curated regular person economics playlist. Joshua Fluke. Joshua is a YouTuber. He's been around for a number of years. I've been watching him for a few years. Provides economics and societal perspectives, mainly from a career and corporate life perspective. Again, he's going to rub some people the wrong way in some cases, much the way I think Aaron would probably. But honestly, if the truth hurts, maybe you should just tune out. He does a sort of no holds barred approach where he does the views of the hypocrisy and the absurdity of certain jobs, job searching, and the detachment of work life. The thing that's refreshing about him, he has a good sense of humor, does a lot of tongue in cheek, if you will, in terms of his delivery, and that hits home for a lot of people. Joshua provides thoughtful insights and videos that do generate responses even from some of the companies and executives that he's called out because of some of the hypocrisy and absurdity. Again, it's an interesting perspective that he provides, and it gives you another way of looking at things. While I'm not sure exactly where he lives, his approach is simple and it's very easy to relate to. I, again, highly recommend checking him out. Much like all the others, I will have links probably in pinned comments so that you can find these individuals, and there'll be the playlist where you can see samples of some of the videos that I've put in there to get a taste for. Look, I'll say it again. You don't want to go into an echo chamber and hear from the same people who agree with you completely. I don't agree with every single thing that each of the folks that I've done says, but I find enough common ground and enough interest and enough appreciation for the differences in perspectives. Because, quite frankly, if you want to be in an echo chamber, you're probably in the wrong place. We don't necessarily believe in going and doing things the exact same way every single time. So, with that, again, check out Joshua Fluke and the others. Check out the playlist. I'm George Sloan. We'll see you the next time. All right, so you've gone through some of the profiles and the collection of regular people economics that I put into a particular playlist. Just want to sort of close this idea out. And I'll probably be adding more. In fact, I'm inviting some of you to, all of you, to give me some names of other individuals that I might want to check out. Again, I believe in having an open mind, being fully objective. I don't have to agree with everybody. There's some people that I talk about and will talk about on this channel, have in the past and will in the future, where I am diametrically opposed to a lot of their ideas and opinions. However, there's enough common ground and there's enough insight to be gained from certain aspects of these individuals. Let me give you a quick example of that. I'm going to be doing more on presentational speaking, and I'm going to put some presentational speakers in that I admire for their ability to speak in solid terms, and I like their delivery, I like their approach, their technique. I may not agree with what they're saying, and you might not agree, But you have to give credit where credit is due, and you've got to say, hey, there's something to be learned from this person. Maybe you don't like their content, but the form, the what they're delivering, the way they deliver, that might be of benefit and it's worth recommending. And I feel the same way about this. That's why, again, I don't agree with 100% of everything these folks in this collection say, but I think there's enough value to be gleaned and gained from them on certain areas, because again, you have to find areas of common ground even if you don't fully agree with 100% of what they have to say. So when you go through this playlist and other content material on my channel, please bear this in mind. Always remember, there's a lot to be gained by having that open mind and objectivity, and you don't have to listen and absorb everything they say. We don't believe in echo chambers. I like differing opinions, different approaches, and I try to learn something from everybody, even if 80% of what they say I don't agree with, and I get something from the 20%. Again, I think that a lot of you should, if you agree with that, that's great. If you don't agree with that currently, I think you should reassess and reevaluate. So please, I'm asking if you have ideas of folks that might fit into this playlist, please leave it in the comments. I'll be glad to look into them, glad to give them a profile, and glad to put them in here. With that, I want to thank you. Appreciate your viewership as always. Please subscribe. We have the Myford University channel, which is what you're on. We have the MBA Accelerator channel for more things MBA oriented. And then give us a like and a share. Do not keep us a secret. I'm George Sloan. I want to thank you. And remember, we believe in learning it fast and applying it faster. We'll see you the next time.